All right, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory is to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I also want to say Shalom. Much due honors and respect to you brothers out there, you sincere brothers that's continuing to labor in his work and pushing out this gospel in all diligence, truth, faith, and sincerity. So yeah, this lesson is pretty much going to be open rebuke on this guy, this demon, this monster, all right, Nazariah of Shah tried and refined. And the reason why I got this guy face plastered over the screen, because the scriptures tell you to mark those who cause division. And this guy here is one of the main catalysts of those who cause division. Here it is, starting with the apostles and the men here at Great Millstone. We are pushing out and bringing out the scriptures in its purest form. All right, we properly breaking down these scriptures, and you got guys like this and his band of goons pretty much vandalizing the temple. Here it is. We building the house of David. We rebuilding the temple. And this guy is vandalizing it, amongst others, man. But, we're going to focus on this guy. And when you watch, this lesson where he pretty much mangled the scriptures, all right, concerning Vatican City being Babylon the Great, and you hear his weak presentation, all right, he's spewing out words such as heresies, which he's guilty of, man. And his main rallying cry pretty much is not following what men say. They claim when they was posed with the question who they learned from, they resorted to, well, we learned from Yahweh Shah, we learned from the scriptures. And they, throw around the word using logic and common sense. Well, if you learned from the scriptures and you had logic and common sense, you wouldn't have your head lined up, man. The scriptures tell you not to line up your head, man. Yeah, the apostles push that, but the scriptures tell you that. So if you're not a follower of men and you got logic and you use common sense concerning the scriptures, then why you got your head lined up? This nigga got the crispiest edge up in the world, not just in Israel, man. All right? Then you see the picture, this guy's prophesying with his head covered, man. Here it is. He's attempting to correct the men who he learned. This nigga would have never knew he was an Israelite, all right, if it wasn't for the apostles. And this guy correcting those men with his damn head covered, man. This is a demon, all right? But, that's neither here or there concerning this lesson. In this lesson, I just want to pose a question to you guys, all right, concerning that whole debacle, all right? Nigga said Vatican City is Babylon the Great, man. All right? Well, I'm going to just go ahead and get right into it. Start off in the book of Ezekiel, 17th chapter. Start at the top. It says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, put forth a riddle and speak a parable unto the house of Israel. Verse 3, and say, thus saith the Lord power, a great eagle with great wings, long wing, full of feathers, which had diverse colors, came unto Lebanon, and took the highest branch of the cedar. Now, if you don't know, I'm going to break this down. This is dealing with the so-called white man, all right, just to simplify it, when he took us into captivity, all right? It says, and chopped off the top of his young twigs. Now, when you consider a family or a lineage, a bloodline, the root is the beginning of that bloodline, but the top of the tree is the younger, okay? So this eagle, it took us into captivity. It didn't take the root. It didn't take Abraham and Isaac and those men in that time in the captivity, all right? In the last days, going back when we came over here in cargo slave ships, that's when this eagle plucked us up and took us into captivity. So again, it says he chopped off the top of his young twigs and carried it unto a land of traffic. He set it in the city of merchants. So what place will be considered as the city of merchants? Well, the Apostle Bar in his presentation broke it all down, man. America is the city of trade. Matter of fact, I got the definition for merchants queued up. Let's get the pronunciation.
Strong's H7402. Rachel.
It says to go about, trafficker, trader. So is Vatican City the city of trade, man? Of course not, man. America is the city of trade. Anything that you look at is imported, man. So when you read Ezekiel the 17th chapter, the 4th verse, he cropped off the top of his young twigs and carried it into the land of traffic. He set it in a city of merchants. This couldn't be dealing with Vatican City, man. You would have fared off better saying China or some shit, man. But it proves, because it just proves that the Lord took that spirit, whatever spirit you might have had, the Lord took it off of you, man. All right? And this is not even deep. You even got Esau, man, that no Revelation, the 18th chapter is dealing with America, man. That's plain, man. It just proves that the Most High blinded you, man. All right? And the scriptures, that's not the only characteristics that the scriptures give you about Babylon the Great. It tells you that she bring all nations into herself. She loosely paraphrasing, she draw all nations to her, man. All right? Do people look to flock to Vatican City, man? All right? Do these Moabites, so-called Chinese, Japanese, go to Vatican City, to their institutions and their universities, man, to get a better start in life? Did all these immigrants, going back when it was a great migration, all the immigrants came over here, did they go to Vatican City, man? No, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to get the scripture that proves that these different nations flock to America, man. All right? This is Ezekiel 31, which is another parable, which I don't expect you guys to get it, but I'm going to break it down through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. Ezekiel 31, starting at 2. Son of man, speak unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and to his multitude, whom art thou like in thy greatness. And this is dealing with America, all right? America is modern day Egypt, okay? Pharaoh was long gone when Ezekiel got this prophecy. Behold, the Assyrian was a cedar in Lebanon with fair branches and with a shadowing shroud, and of an high stature, and his top was among the thick boughs. The waters made him great. Right, and this is what Apostle Ball went into, man. The waters made him great, which Vatican City is not surrounded by waters, man. The deep set him on high, with her rivers running round about his plants, and sent out her little rivers into all the trees of the field. Yeah, and that's dealing with the other nations. The rivers that went out to the other trees is the philosophies from America, mainly democracy. Therefore, his height was exalted above all the trees of the field. All right, and those trees of the field is dealing with the other nations. And his boughs were multiplied, and his branches became long because of the multitude of waters when he shot forth. All right? Meaning his branches, meaning his extension, okay? America has these embassies everywhere. All right, quick example, if I got a tree in my yard and the branches reach over to your yard, you could pluck the fruit from my tree. So that's literally what happens. America's branches stretch out to all these different nations, and they eat of the fruit of America. They eat that fruit of democracy. But here's the point. All right, verse 6. All the fowls of heaven made their nests in his boughs, and under his branches did all the beasts of the field bring forth their young, and under his shadow dwelt all great nations, which all the nations come over here. That's why this is known as the Great Melting Pot, man. When all these different countries these different nationalities start to come over here, they bring their young over here to get a better start, man. All right, this is the land of opportunity to these different nations, man. Verse 7, thus was he fair in his greatness, all right, Babylon the Great, in the length of his branches, for his root was by great waters. So you guys are simple, man. You are not in our league, man, when it comes to these scriptures, man. You just a bozo, all right, with a Steve Harvey lineup, man. And we don't expect you to humble down, all right? That's why we say with certainty you're going to be destroyed, nigga. We don't say that, you know, it's not motivated by emotion. Matter of fact, just get the scripture, man. Proverbs 26 and that's 3. Yeah, a whip for the horse, right? Because a horse is proud. You know, you got to break a horse down if you know anything about horses, all right? The horse got to be broken in. And this guy couldn't be broken in. He was proud from the jump. When you come into this truth, man, you got to be broken down and built back up. It's a bridle for the ass, and we know an ass is a donkey, like a dumb animal. So your mouth need to be bridled, man. Your mouth need to be shut up, which the Lord gonna shut you up. And a rod for the back, Salakia, and the rod for the fool's back, okay? A rod for the fool's back. That's why we know that you're gonna be destroyed. It's like you have a kid, you tell them 3 times to stop doing something, and you gotta just pull out the switch, man, or a belt. That's what the Lord gonna do to you. The scriptures tell you, he that is often reproved, harden his neck. This guy been reproved and corrected countless of time, and he just keep coming back doing stupid shit, man. And what I marvel at is all you stupid guys that follow this nigga, man. The elder Yashawamba brung that out. He was like, well, somebody need to tell this guy to stop. You know what I mean? You can hear the frustration in the elder as well, because it's true, man. How could niggas stand around this nigga, man? You got this nigga Mac 10, he on the coming board, coming to the defense of this simple coon, man. How is he going off? What did he say to make him go? That show how simple you niggas is, man. Do guys in that camp, man, you guys should be looking at that nigga sideways, man. You niggas should say enough is enough. This guy's drunk with power, you know? Let's get away from this clown, man. But the scriptures actually talk about, matter of fact, let me get that and I'm gonna close up, man. Because, hey, that's the question, man. Break down Ezekiel 17, Ezekiel 31, where it's talking about America clearly, you know? Or is that talking about Vatican City? Because we were prophesied to come to Babylon, man. When you extrapolate, when you read Deuteronomy 28th chapter, that's dealing with Babylon, man. Because it says you will be sold for bondmen and bondwomen. And Revelation 18 tell you that slaves were sold here, man. So Ezekiel 17 and Ezekiel 31 is dealing with the place of captivity. So how could that be Vatican City? Stupid niggas out there, man. Let me see. What's that? I think that's Ecclesiasticus 4 and yeah. This is Sirach 4:27. Make not thyself an underling to a foolish man, neither accept the persons of the mighty. Right. So scriptures say, make not thyself an underling to a foolish man. That makes you more of a fool than him, man. Okay? If you were wise, you would, position yourself under wise men. Them niggas up there just a bunch of clowns, man. Them some niggas who probably did a bid and got out, attempted to get a GED and, just a simple nigga story, man. And they to follow that nigga, man. Wow, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's plenty of scriptures to prove that Babylon the Great, which is our captivity. Oh, and another thing, all right, where's spiritually Sodom and spiritually Egypt? Since you guys done figured it out, you didn't broke the mold. All right, let's give you Babylon. Okay, so if Babylon is Vatican City, let's say hypothetically that's true. Where's spiritually Egypt and spiritually Sodom? Coon ass niggas, man.